Hey guys, welcome here and welcome back to Minecraft Creative. And today I feel like I'm going to spruce up the area around this little fountain we built in the last episode, maybe with like a little park around it or something. In order to do that, I need to clear the area with some trees first. I need all the room I can get for something nice. And probably also quite a bit of terraforming, maybe? Oops. That's okay. That's alright. I don't know what will happen to this area here, but we just need to clear all these trees to give me all the space I need. I have an idea of like a walled-in area, perhaps? I don't know how walled-in, but I don't know. Wait, is this one of those thick ones? Yep, it is. Okay, lots of making then. Would have been probably maybe, well, no, I think it would have been easier if I set fire to the entire forest, but still. This is more controlled destruction rather than a fire going all over the place and burning trees I don't want to burn. How far am I going to need to go out? Let me go kill all these trees real quick. This takes forever, but I'm at least about to get rid of the last two little rocks here. And then we can get to the planning side of things. Building a little park around the fountain we built in the last episode. Okay, there we go. Now these leaves will decay at their own rate, and we've made ourselves a nice little bit of space. Okay. Okay, let's begin with the wall. I would like to, well, I'm definitely gonna take some of this land and just draw a rough line to where the wall will roughly be and how it will roughly go. And from here all the way across all of this, around to about the edges to where the trees begin again. The spanning blocks just to get myself a rough idea to how the wall will go. I'll be perfectly circular, but I mean, that's what makes it interesting, doesn't it? You're going to hear I also want to take care of this real quick. Now, all sorted. Now we can continue our wall here. Maybe turn it here. I should have taken these trees out too. Okay, they will take care of themselves now over time, and I get to continue my wall as I wanted to. Still quite a bit of a gap in between there and there, so I'm going to keep perhaps going further out of my way. So the gap is still pretty reasonable. Mushroom, out of my way. Basically, we want to end up somewhere here-ish. Maybe I could also extend this a bit. Curve it around through to here instead. Still making a decent gap in between the fountain and the wall here. So there's plenty of space to add other things in between. Just so it doesn't look so one bit's like fully thick and the other bit's like all squashed up. Yeah, I would want to go around through here, and I'll just need to fill this all the water up with grass and remove the sand with the grass as well. And get rid of that. And then blow things up. Let me just see. That'll be right. Just finish off the wall, and then I will go and fill in all the water that is in between the wall and the fountain. There, I think that looks a lot better. Now, I was also thinking, could maybe add some stuff to the water. Maybe a little dock or something off the park? A little pier or something? Since this bit here is nice and wide, perhaps we could just pull a random line just to fill in for a wannabe dock. Something like that, temporarily. And now for the rest of this, I think I should have at least flattened the ground before I actually started reframing the wall, but let me go and fix that real quick. There we go. Not perfectly flat, but a much more smoother transition down from the top there to the front. The front here was actually okay. It was a bit back there that was worrying me a lot, and also moved the wall down to match the level now of the new lay of the land here. We actually went a little deep and ended up hitting stone there. Now, the bigger question is, obviously this here will need to be some sort of opening if I can place the blocks in the right places. And also we will also need to that's the big entrance. This wall here might actually do well. Why is this? Oh, the mushroom must have blocked me or something. Let's just do that there. And also, yep. Nope. There we go. This bit here, but the question is, I don't really want the biggest entrance. Let me work things out here for a second. There. I think a 4-gap wide doorway or archway would look actually nice there for that. The rest of this, well, we could, now that we have an actual door entrance, kind of mark a tiny little path, perhaps? Perhaps one would go just around the fountain itself? And of course, a third ring, but that's fine. At least there's the idea. And then the rest of the space could be used for all other sorts of tiny little decorations. This will definitely need to be a bigger entrance, perhaps. I'd say, well, that's a 4 wide, maybe a 2 wide? A 2 wide? Or 2 wide, perhaps? Yeah, I think we got our park here planned out now. To its minimum, I guess. Let me grab the blocks I want to use real quick. I should definitely perhaps mark at least how I want these to look. Definitely want to go for what? A 3x3? Three by three, we still want to. Oh, that's now 3 wide. Oh, easy to fix. Do that. Do that. 4 wide's back. Okay. At least gives me the idea for what I'm looking for. And then I actually have my blocks I want. Now my next job is to, well, I could keep these. It's 3 wide. I guess the 1 wide wall would be okay. I guess we'll see how it looks once I get the final line in and get all these blocks replaced with some stone bricks real quick. I to just finish this off. There we go. Most bits have been replaced by stone bricks. This could also maybe have a little special treatment. I don't know. But I would really like to start working on this one instead. So, well, the center opens here, but how high would this... How high should this be? I mean, what do we have? 1, 2... 5 high? Five high with perhaps a bit of a... A bit of this... Maybe? I think that's fine. We can definitely make this look a little bit better, but let's just first get the foundation in. And make it thick. Get this also as the same thickness level, and let me do that real quick with the entire archway real quick. There. Nice, thick little archway. Can definitely use a little bit more detail. Perhaps by just adding some of this here, this there. I want to do something a little different up there. I wonder how this would look compared to just swapping this out. What do we have? Doing it this way is a bit more of a smoother effect, I think. Or let's see the full thing with just this one here like that. Yeah, that makes it a nice little bit thinner, a little bit more. You know, we could maybe use a little bit of this, a little bit of that. Makes it nice and smoother. This, I need the block I'm missing. Luckily, it's right there. Stone brick wall, perhaps for a little bit of detail, like a little carved-in edge, perhaps. Up to the top, you can go while you're just path planning. All around the edges. Let me go put these around the edges real quick. There. Although I do think having these edges stick up like that is so let's cover them like that real quick. Is something off? Hold on, something feels off. Wait, let me fix this. There, I forgot to mirror that side to that side, and that's what the whole problem was. But there, now from one thicker archway to still a thicker archway, but a little bit more detailed. Now to build the entire wall, and then once we're done, I'm done here with the wall, I'll go mess with this door here real quick. Now they just finish off the little bit. Oh, this bit's not connected. What about the other side? Is it? Yes, it is. There we go. That is now all walled up. I don't know if it's a bit too high. It's, what, 4 high on each side? But I mean, overall, it's a private little park. All walled off and fenced off. Right, now to deal with this door. What am I going to do with this door? Give it the same kind of treatment as that one over there, or something much more simple? Why don't we go for something a little bit more simple? Since this door isn't the main entrance. I mean, no. It's something. Not as grand as that one over there, but still within the Archie theme. And then we can maybe spruce this little dock here up a little bit. Let me go get the blocks. Thought I'd go for the natural surroundings. Well, natural surroundings over here. Obviously, they're different wood over there. Let's see. First off, we could maybe just stick with that 3 wide, maybe? Or just... the one feels a bit off. But if we did the 2 wide, I think That would be better. Let's take a look at this from a distance. I think it's okay. Enough is too thick. But it matches the entrance. Oh well, I'll keep with it as is. And I'll maybe stick it out by 3 more. A little bit more into the deeper waters. Place those and stick it out by another 3 as well. Okay, now it's not down there. Over here. There we go. And I like to pull that over to this way, pull that over to this way. Like it's on, like so. And to make the edges look nice, I'm going to use the regular spruce wood to round it off like this instead of the edges looking like this. Oh, I mean like that. So it looks like this instead of that. And do the same over here. Thick, but I think it works. Now we could go for the path next. Let me go grab a path mark real quick. Okay, now I know this boy here is 4 wide. I guess we could just dig one underneath that, maybe? I kind of wish, well, it looks good actually. Whoops, I'll get to that one in a moment. There, shoot. And then we just continue. What? Oh, it's gonna kill it. Oh, so it's gonna kill it anyway. I see. That's fine. I'll let it kill it then. It's not something I can stop. I think we go on for just a little bit. And then stop right here. Maybe let the path branch out from corner to corner around. Let me go do the path around the fountain real quick. Okay, look a bit, but the framing of the path has now at least been that. Float the idea of 4 away from each and every block. 4 blocks out from the edge of the path. Now to make this path thick. Get the last few extensions in here. And it should be good, I think. Looks weird because of the elevations in certain places. Maybe I could change this bit up a little bit. That looks much better. Otherwise, I think I got it right. At least I hope so. If not, well, one of your paths from the third path are consistent, so I think it looks nice. And now just to add more little details and then, well, fix some of the grass versus puzzle and get rid of some oddities and fix things up. There, I think that looks a little bit better. Now, just throw in grass and whatever else using bone meal. Yeah, a little sprinkle here, sprinkle there with the bone meal, and the bone meal doesn't work on the puzzle, so I added some grass and a few mushrooms. I'm just adding a little something, and now perhaps maybe a few benches and stuff. And then I think this place should be good. Okay, I got my blocks. I'm thinking I would want to add one over here somewhere. Perhaps about 4 wide. Do a little something. Flower's gonna get in the way. Something like that, perhaps. Something simple and straightforward. I guess I could also drop one over here in this area. And then just fill this in. Mushroom, you're going to be in the way. And then a little bit on the top there, maybe some loose places to sit, maybe against a wall or something. Maybe I could even, with these perhaps, go for a little more something like that. Maybe just a little bit more that. Because that doesn't feel like you're sitting on the edge. So I got what? 2 wider sides. Drop one here as well. Two tables, 2 single seaters, maybe for the fun of it. Couple of small ones. Keeping with the theme, maybe put a small one over here. And the small boy right over here, and then there we go. Smaller little things. I don't want to go over the top. But I think now all this place needs is a few lights. I think dark art would break the colors a little bit more, but now how to exactly space them out evenly, I don't know. Maybe do 1, 2, 3, 4, so I can do this, do that, and hang the things on the bottom. Maybe a little higher? I don't know. Let me go mirror it from the other side, so that was what? 3 out from the point. That should be right here. Okay, so that lights all of that up. Let me add more. Oh, it's not really an uneven area, but it's fine. So not exactly in the middle. Well, this is bothersome, but maybe not. Yeah, I don't know. I think it's fine where it is. Now, because it's so even, I'm going to put this one on this side, on the other side. Wait, I'm confused. What did I pick? I picked that side. Maybe I should instead pick this side. So it's still kind of even-ish. What is that 4? Is that 5? I don't know. Guess I'll figure it out. Looks fine. Yeah. Not overdone with the lighting. Maybe could use perhaps. I don't know. Maybe some sitting in the corners, perhaps. Okay, maybe a little higher than that. Just to kill the darkness a little bit. Not exactly going to be evenly placed in between all the places, but it's going to be there. Just so the whole thing isn't so dark. There. I think that looks good. For a little park we've made around the fountain we built in the first episode. And that's a better view now, isn't it? Get it all in there. Nicely, just like that. I think this is good. Maybe some smaller things could do, but I don't know if I want to add more. Maybe it'll be overly decorated, perhaps? I don't know. Maybe this is fine as is and then it's overthinking as usual. But I think we're good. I think this is a nice little park area around the little fountain, and we can continue on. We can continue around the fountain. I think this looks great. I'm happy with this. I'm happy to call this park complete. Maybe just get rid of this so it all matches with the rest of it. There's still more of these around, but anyway. I'm pretty happy with what I've done here. Right, then we will continue on through the forest. Well, which way are we going with the map? Well, with this being here, that way is off of the map. That way is also off of the map. We spawned over there somewhere. And then we can also go that way. Interesting. And to see what's on the horizon. A couple of rivers. Could do something nice around there or over there. Or anyway, rather, we're probably going to build the whole map full. Next, we'll see what we do beyond this little. We can continue the path off of this little fountain way, perhaps go across, build a little bridge over that way, and continue a path. Well, that way it's off of the map. I don't know. A little park over the river, maybe a few houses here. Just on the very edge of the map, I guess. I do not know, but we shall see what we do in the future episodes when we come back to this series next time. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Leave a like, share it if you liked it, comment, subscribe if you wish, and I shall see you guys in the next video. Peace out!